Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Abigail, the ultimate guru, and with me, as always, is my co host, the world's only comedian, Bryden Proctor.
Hello.
You don't have to worry about a thing because we are here to help. If you're listening to this right now, it is January 30th, 2025.
Yeah,
This is probably a backup episode, which we're recording because we recorded two last week. So we're taking that opportunity now to do an extra. Isn't that
yeah.
exciting? This is how much we care about you all. We want to make sure that if something happens where we have to take a break for a week, you get a show.
This was my idea, and you still tried to get out of it today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's how much we care about you. Is nobody can force me to do this, but I did choose to do it anyway. You were just like, nah, you said we could do it. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll do that.
it's
It's not like you had to yell at me or anything.
yeah, it's my idea. I'm always like, we did all the backup episodes. We gotta record more of the backup episodes because consistency is key. The key to
I've
what?
been very consistent.
I'm not sure what it's the consist. What's key to? I guess just 20 listeners is it's the key
Well,
to 20
yeah, exactly.
listeners.
Okay. First of all, we used to have more listeners. Let's talk about
Not
this. It's
really.
real rich coming from you. We used to have more listeners,
Not
okay?
really.
But what happened? We weren't consistent. We took a real long break for several months.
Yeah.
Who quit the show? Was that me? That
Yes.
wasn't me that quit the show for
I
months.
had to quit the show because of your bullshit.
No, you
I had to
you
break up the band.
chose.
I had to break up the band.
It wasn't my fault. I did nothing wrong.
It
Okay.
was it was it was a contract dispute between the label and my manager.
You don't have either of those
I got
things.
a I got a label and a manager.
Mhm. Who's your manager?
Uh,
Finley? It's Finley, isn't it?
I was trying to think of a really Jewish name, but it might be
Oh.
Finley. Finleibowitz. Dershel Finleibowitz from Blood Gangsta Records.
And he's coming on the show next week.
Herschel Finowitz?
Yeah,
Well, that'd be good. We need
be
some
good.
representation. We could ask him about Gaza.
It's not a very
Be like,
diverse
what
show, is it?
what's going on with Gaza? You kill all those people yet?
We gotta get the Jew who controls the weather on the show.
Yeah.
Just be like, look, all right, I get it. You do what you gotta do. Like, I don't know what your goals are, whatever. But we do something? No, okay, we're gonna
No,
move on.
I
Move on.
was just
Yep.
thinking, it'd be a pretty good bit, or maybe just a tweet. But the Jews that control the weather don't get enough credit for crops.
That's true. And that's literally what most of it is. So cloud seeding is mostly for that. It's mostly to grow crops better. So they're just like feeding the world and we're really upset about it. And we blame them for hurricanes and they're just like, I made it rain for the wheat. Like you have bread now.
I
Oh
like that.
no.
I like that premise, actually.
I think that's the truth actually. Oh no. I've made a lot of mistaken statements in the past. I would like to disavow everyone. Actually, weather control is good. I do like to eat. Thank you.
We'd still have that weird looking bananas and shit if it wasn't for the Jews that control the weather.
Yep,
Thank you, Jews.
exactly. I don't think they control like the careful selection of crop breeding that led to bananas looking like they do now, though. I don't think they did that.
Well, why not? They've controlled the careful selection of breeding among themselves to make them look like they.
Okay. I don't think.
You've seen like the Hussits, right? They're a funky looking
Yeah.
bunch.
There's just like lists of genealogies for like endless books of genealogies for each banana strain. Like the freaking Bible.
Oh man,
Okay, this
there's
is
no bananas in the Bible, so where'd they come from?
not God, I guess. That's a good point.
I mean, that not a fucking there's goddamn figs in the Bible, I know that.
Yep, they got figs.
The one time Jesus, like, had a real fucking totally unjustifiable freak out there.
No, he was making a point, okay?
Yeah,
He's
that's what I
allowed to make a point.
that's what I say when I scream and yell for no reason over a
Well, he
minor
didn't just
inconvenience.
scream and yell for no reason over a minor inconvenience. He also cursed the
Yeah.
thing and prevented it from ever bearing fruit again. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty. It's a little bit more than screaming and swearing, you know?
I mean, yeah, that's I don't know why he was so fucking pissed at that tree, like, just chill, man, like,
I mean,
find
look, you
another
can
one.
understand. They were screwing with him constantly everywhere he went. The Pharisees are just following him around, like, yep, 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 yep. Oh, but this. Oh, but you're teaching on a Sunday, and then blah 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 blah. And it's like you're working on the Lord's day, and he's like, shut the fuck up. Like every day, he has to listen to
Well,
this yapping. Okay,
what's that have to do with a tree, man?
like sometimes when you yell at your kid, it's not even their fault, okay? You're just having a bad day.
Yep, that's some grade A parenting is what we call
Yeah,
that. That's, the
doing a good
A
job.
stands for Abby,
Yep,
and it means that it's bad.
acceptable. It stands for acceptable.
I don't know. You're the one who's got, like, little monsters who can't behave, so
Yeah, at this point, it's gonna stand for arson. I'm out of here. Just
just, you're like, "Yeah, I don't wanna record today. My kids are fucking assholes."
they are being assholes, dude. They are being real assholes.
My kids hurt my feelings. They called me pea hair.
Okay, look, I heard "I don't love you anymore." Like the MCR song, actually, a lot like it, considering that it's also about domestic abuse, and I was getting punched at the same time. But I heard it like 6 times today. It's like, just repeat.
No,
It's
you just get
exactly
beat
like
up
that
by a
song.
child. Pea hair gets beat up by a little boy.
He's like, "I don't wanna live with you anymore." It's so dramatic. It was so dramatic.
Well, you know what my mom would have done?
What?
She would have opened the fucking door, put my ass outside with no shoes on, and then
No.
said, "Fine."
I didn't. I said, "Too bad you're stuck with me." And he just went, "Ah!" It was like, yeah.
You gotta start recording some of these, so be some
Yeah.
good show content there. Just
Well, the pea hair thing, I wish I had gotten that because it was this long string of them that I just cannot remember. They were just so absurd. And the pea hair thing was like, it kept going with the pea theme, right? He's like, "You have pea hair because there's pea in your hair, and your hair is made out of pea, and you're so mean. You're so mean. I bet you pee in people's ears. I know you do. You pee in people's ears because you're mean." And it's just going on and on and on. It was like,
that's
it's
fucking
very
crazy.
specific. I don't pee in people's ears. Like,
What? That's not what the official podcast account is gonna say on Twitter.
and he's the little boy. He's the one that smells like pee every day.
Your ki so your
Because they
kids
always do, boys, because they don't wipe properly.
so why is it g what? Okay, look.
Because boys don't wipe after they pee.
No.
And like, it's a whole thing. It gets like dribbles on his underwear. He just smells like pee because it's happened 5 times today.
Okay, well, he's just not peeing right.
No, he's not. I can tell you right now, he's not peeing right. It's everywhere sometimes.
Yeah, he's just not peeing right. You don't gotta, like, carry a tissue to dab your
Uh,
fucking wiener with after you pee.
And I was like, I was so, high on my horse for so long when I just had girls because I was like, other women complain about how like their husband gets pee on the seat or on the floor. And if my husband does that, I don't know because he cleans it up. I've
Sure.
literally never experienced it before. So if it's true that all men do that, Mine at least notices and cleans it up, okay? And I was just like, yeah, I'm so glad my husband's not like that. I've never had to deal with that. Then I have a son, and then I potty train him, and it's just everywhere. Like,
So what we've gotten from this is
yeah.
Abby's kids misbehave, smell like pee, and then she said something about being high for so long or something. Um, so that's good. Clip that, put that together, put that on
For
the internet.
years. Yeah. I mean, who cares anyway? I've said worse things than that, just outright. No, like, creative clipping necessary. I don't think you can, like, get me like that at this point. It's just like, "Yeah, I said that."
Mhm.
Actually, I said exactly that 5 episodes ago. You coulda just, let less work.
Oh boy.
You wanna
Yeah,
do a Reddit story?
let's do a Reddit story.
Unless you have any quaint home life tales to tell while we're on the subject.
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean,
You did have something you wanted to talk about.
oh yeah, I didn't really.
It sounded like you were at a gay sex party, I don't know.
No, what was that? It was oh yeah, I was telling you that you ought to hit your kids because we turned out all right. You said no, we didn't, and I said, oh, remind me. I want to talk about what if dudes cummed poop on the podcast.
Okay, because all the typos, I thought you were talking about an experience that you had.
No, just a thought.
Because it still doesn't make any sense, but it made less sense with the typo.
Well, just instead of jizz, it's just diarrhea.
Why would you even think about that? That's like the sort of intrusive thoughts that you're supposed to push away immediately and pretend never happened.
No, because then it's like, oh, why are people so shitty? Maybe diarrhea come.
What?
That makes sense.
No, it doesn't!
It does. All right.
No! That's
It
horrible.
makes a lot of sense.
It would be
You
the worst
you know
thing
what you
imaginable.
know what else well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. That would just be how it
This is just
happens.
normal.
Yeah. Like jizz is also gross. Like, I don't look at jizz like, "Oh yeah! I love that."
Yes, you do.
No.
Yes, you
It's
do.
gross, dude.
He's a liar.
I was gonna say something else.
I don't know, but I hate this conversation. I
Yeah.
don't know why I reminded you of it. I thought this was like a story.
Oh, you know what is a thing that there is a thing that you can Google that I cannot believe is a real thing, and there's
I
hundreds of
don't wanna
drawings of it?
know.
Shitting dick nipples. It's 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 drawings of women with giant, breasts, but the nipples are wieners, and there's poop coming out of them.
I hate men. I think I legitimately just like, as a species, I hate men generally. Individuals, it's like any other group, like individuals are fine, right? I hate men, I think, like legitimately. I hate women too, is the problem.
What's the whole thing? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Uh, every now and then I get reminded of this. I guess, like, back in, like, t times when they hung torches on the wall and shit. Um What? They did. It was back then.
Yeah. It's a great way of putting it. It's like how a child explains the time
Well,
period they're discussing,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. You get it was around that time. That's when people
Yeah,
were
it was
doing
around
that
that
shit.
that's a big time span.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not really important.
Okay, but do you understand what you're saying? Because we had gas lamps for a while, and we're not talking about gas lamps, we're talking about
No,
before the gas
yeah,
lamps.
this is like a piece of wood, you light it on fire and put it on the wall, I think. Maybe they
Yeah,
had gas
okay.
lamps. They coulda had them, but I don't know. They didn't have
Right.
light switches, right? This is pre-light switch.
Okay, yeah.
They used to think that, instead of, like, they were, like, in sperm, it's just, like, tiny full-sized people, which
Yeah,
is awesome.
I've heard that, yeah.
Like, that's fucking I think it was called, like, homunculus or something. Uh, let's see. Yeah, a small, fully formed human being. The concept of a homunculus, alchemy and folklore, let's see. It was also part of the Enlightenment era theory of performative Reformationism, which held a fully formed human that existed in a germ cell before fertilization. I think it's supposed to say sperm, but it doesn't know what it's doing over here.
But then what do they think the egg is for?
I don't know. It gets in
Like,
there.
they just have no concept of the both like, okay, so if it so the egg would just be an incubator at that point, but that's what the uterus is. So then what like, they just have no idea anything.
Man, I don't know. They had torches on the fire. They had no idea of electricity yet.
They were retards.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I like that idea better. Is that it was just like a guy.
I do like the idea that it's just a guy.
It's just a guy, you know,
Yeah.
just fucking tiny dude. It's awesome. Because like otherwise, it's just like oh, it's sperm. It just looks like Moby with a tail, you know. It just fucking sucks.
Yeah, but it wouldn't make any sense though, because then a baby would have to just look like a little guy. Like,
Yeah.
what was that movie, that Disney Channel movie when I was a kid with the guy was like a leprechaun and he got really tiny because he lost his family heirloom necklace? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my goodness. So he was like Irish ethnically and he had like a coin necklace and then someone stole it from him. And so he started turning into a leprechaun because he's Irish, but
Sure.
becoming a leprechaun just made him like miniature, not like a midget.
Well, yeah.
Like normally a leprechaun is depicted a little bit more
Saki.
like a dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they have dwarfism. Like that's what leprechauns are supposed to look like. But this is just he's just like they're just it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like he's just getting smaller and smaller. Anyway, that's what babies should look like.
I mean,
Just Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And it just gets bigger over time.
that would be great. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And apparently, according to traditional Irish folklore, leprechauns are typically described as being around 2 to 3 feet tall. So they're a
Mhm.
little smaller than people with dwarfism.
Yeah.
Yeah, good looking guys.
Leprechauns. Yeah. He's looking at his people right now. It's like, "Ah,
Good looking dudes. They got a whole cereal line and all this
it's your
shit.
family. It's your family tree right there.
No, my family look they look like me. They got like dumb
2 feet
looking
tall."
Dutch fake. They are short. They're both shorter than me. My parents are both shorter than me. My
Yeah.
brother's like a normal height though. He's like fucking 5'9" or something.
Yeah, that's completely average, yeah,
That's like a
for a
normal
guy.
fucking
Yep.
height.
It's
But he's
yep.
the only one. Everybody else fucking short as shit.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny, you don't even get to just be a leprechaun, you're a weird, fucked up Dutch leprechaun.
Yeah. A Lillian where it is, I believe they're called.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know,
You
they
wanna do a story
funded the
now?
creation of the United States though, the Dutch. So I
The Dutch, yeah.
think it's because what weren't they were pissed at the British or whatever. Um,
Yeah, I think of, like, all the help we got in the American
they just
Revolution was just like, "Yeah, I hate those guys." So
yeah.
sure, like, no one actually cared about our
No,
freedom.
they're like,
Like,
there's no way they're gonna fucking win
yeah,
this shit, but it sure is funny.
no. I mean, the French were literally just like, "Alright, these guys got a big navy and we hate their guts, and we literally just had a war with them and got our asses kicked. So, yeah, we'll fund you."
That rules.
Yeah.
Dumbasses. Now you got Donald Trump, so don't complain about it, Macron.
Yeah, and maybe if you were nicer to the Irish, you know?
The Irish are a lost cause of a people, and
Yeah.
I mean, what do? You leave them alone, they're just alcoholics, you come in and give them civilization, they just become liberals.
What do you mean give them civilization?
They made the ejection seat, that's the only Irish invention.
Yeah, why is that? Because the English forced them to only eat potatoes for like hundreds of years, and then the potatoes got sick,
Yeah,
okay? That does things to a people, okay?
I mean, that's true, you had the Great Potato Flu and,
Yeah, which wouldn't have been a problem if the English had just like given them the ability like, okay, it's not the Irish's fault.
look, I'm just saying out of, like, all the strands of white people, right?
Mhm.
The Irish aren't really, you know,
Dutch are
ones
so much worse. Nobody likes the
they
Dutch.
got wooden
Literally
shoes.
no one likes the Dutch.
They got wooden shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's better than the French, I'll give you that. and English people suck. I don't know what happened to the Germans. They've been fucking awful for 2,000 years.
The Germans are fine.
They eat poop.
Do they?
Yeah, they love poop.
Germans eat poop?
Yeah, dude, they're always, like, playing with poop and looking at poop and eating poop and stuff.
I had no idea. Thank you for informing me of this.
Yeah, they all Germans, look it up. Look up German Scheisse. They're into poop, dude. South Park even talked about it way back when.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's good to know.
You got any fucking Eastern Europeans also garbage. That's just communism. And, like,
Yeah, they are all commies. That's fair.
yeah, you got man, not a lot of good European countries, actually.
I mean, yeah.
It's kinda just America rules and everybody else is
Yeah.
gay.
And I don't know. The more I looked into my lineage and my family tree, the more I found that I'm not English. I'm not Irish and Scottish. Like the genetic makeup from the
Mhm.
Ancestry DNA test puts me as like 25% Irish, 25% Scottish, and 50% English. But if you look into my actual family tree, it's just Welsh. That's just the makeup of a Welsh person. I'm fucking Welsh.
Aren't
That's
they
it.
they're the ones
Absolutely 100% Welsh.
they're the ones that don't pay their debts?
No, well, yeah, but they're also like elves, like every good fantasy work and Tolkien, mostly because Tolkien did it and everyone else did it too, but is based off of like the Welsh being elves.
Oh, that's
Like
gay.
all the names for fantasy stuff is Welsh stuff. Like the mythology is typically very Welsh. So that's a good legacy, you know?
It's not real.
Fairies and elves
I
and
think they just banged sheep, but we can do a Reddit story now.
no, 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 they didn't just bang sheep because the Tuatha De Danann okay, those are basically Anunnaki, okay, it's the same thing, okay, we're talking ancient aliens here, alright? They have Stonehenge.
That's just a bunch of rocks.
It's not just a bunch of rocks.
And
It is now because Merlin moved it, okay, but it used to be a Stargate.
and
It was a
think
Stargate,
it
and then
was
Merlin moved it. All of that is Welsh mythology.
nah, it's just a bunch of rocks that they put up because there was, like, a sale going on. So they had to, like, hang stuff from them. They were like, "Get a car here," you know?
They're not even good stones for hanging things from. You
You
can't put a
c well,
sign on that stone.
they degraded over time, I mean, and the sale was over, so but
Yeah, I guess the sale's
think
been
of that
over for like, 2,000 years or
right.
whatever.
So, they they can go to hell. Think of that. You got, "Oh, here's fucking Stonehenge." Lame. Or Mount Rushmore. Fucking sweet.
Yeah, but the guys who were on it kind of suck.
What? That's not true.
Abraham Lincoln
He's alright.
ruins the whole thing.
Nah, he's okay. He had a hat.
Nah, nah.
Only cool guys get shot.
He's responsible for the Civil War,
No.
Bryden.
There was some lead up to the Civil War, what's his face?
Yeah,
Who's
and
the
he
guy
did a
before
real
Lincoln?
good job preventing the war, didn't he?
There was the what's his fa who was before Lincoln? He's the one who
Oh,
really
I don't
should get a
remember.
bunch of crap for, uh, causing some trouble, not being a very good guy.
Causing yeah, there's a little bit of trouble caused at the
Yeah, no.
time. Just a
But
little bit.
yeah, we're gonna get Donald Trump up there, and that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. If we replace Abraham Lincoln with Trump.
Just leave Lincoln alone.
No.
He had a hard enough life.
Oh, save it. Oh, he had such a hard life. He was so sad all his life because of slavery. Yeah, I read it in the book too. Okay,
That's
they
not
lied
why
to
he was
you.
sad.
That's what the book I was
The children's
supposed to
book?
teach to my children
The children's
said
book?
yes, he was a depressed man that never smiled because he hated slavery, and then
That's
when
not
slavery was over, he smiled, and then he got shot. That was
that's
when he was able to be happy for, like, 5 minutes, and then he got shot, okay?
that is
And that's what
not
happens
why
when
he was
you
sad. That's a terrible,
it's what they're
very
teaching
untrue book.
children now.
Well, I don't know. I don't have that big beef with Lincoln like you do. You need to just calm the fuck down.
Oh. Can you stop burping into the microphone? Can you just do that for me,
Not a
please?
chance, bozo.
Yeah, You really, really care about the quality of the
People
show,
like the
don't you,
burps.
Bryden?
People
No,
enjoy
they
them.
don't. Nobody ever has said that they enjoy the Burps. Not once have I ever seen a comment saying they enjoy the Burps.
You
No,
will now.
never.
You will now.
Damn it. I probably will. And I'm not gonna understand why either, because it'll be a couple months from now or something. It's like,
Right.
why does everybody love the Burps all of a
Good
sudden?
burps. Bringing the burps. Ugh.
From Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling a woman I don't care about her dead grandma and kicking her out of my house?
It depends. Does that woman live there?
Oh, yeah, that's a good. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Okay, sorry, the context is like 80% of the story and it's super long. I'll try to talk fast though. My husband Judah and I, 47 and 35. So the man is 47, the woman's 35. Have a problematic relationship with one of our neighbors, Elaine. For the past 3 years, I'm seemingly her sole issue. You know what? Did we read this one before?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't
I know you didn't
remember.
delete a bunch of them.
I know. That's the problem.
Way to go.
I know. As he lived here for 6+ years without problems before me, they rarely interacted but were cordial friendly when they did bang into each other. Judah and I are both still unclear why she hates me so much, but the most likely explanation is mental illness and or dementia. It started shortly after I moved in. I would take my husband's dog for a midday walk since I work from home. You know what? I think we did. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. You're going to
Good
have to
work.
forgive me. Okay,
Why
I'm
don't you
doing a
start
bad
deleting
job.
the ones that we did?
I usually do, but I
Do
guess
you?
that day I did not. Those were all from the same one, the same
Uh-huh.
day.
All
Okay.
right. Figure it out, retard.
I'm trying my best. Everybody is going to have to forgive me.
You know who
Okay.
else was trying her best? That female
Who?
pilot that killed
You know what?
66 people on
It's
January
true.
29th of
Yeah. No,
2025.
I don't think she was. I don't think she was doing her best. And I also think that women need to stop doing things badly. Okay. Like if you're going to put yourself out there
Just
as
find a
a
Reddit.
pilot.
You're doing something badly now.
No, I'm doing a great job right now, okay? And if, the guy in charge of the technical aspect of the show would edit the show, you could edit out
We don't have
me
time to
reading the
we don't
story
have
we
time
did
to edit
before.
today.
Today,
We're in a
ever.
hurry today because of your terrible children.
This is a backup episode that's not gonna be posted for probably months. What do you mean?
We
You
don't
don't have time
well, then
to edit over the
there'd
next
be too
3
much.
months?
No, because then we'd have to go back. I mean, we don't have all the recording time, and you're just eating up. I'm over here like trying to entertain the people while you should be looking for a story that you haven't already read,
I'm
but
talking.
you're
I'm
going on about
talking right now.
feminism.
Bryden, what are you looking at right now? What are you doing?
I'm trying to see if they've confirmed that that was a woman because I know Fox reported it, but I'm just waiting for them to be like, oh, actually, it was his name was Dale.
Mhm.
We
That would
thought it
be
was
good.
Gail.
Am I the asshole for snapping at my friend after he asked an inappropriate question about my short boyfriend?
I don't remember that one. What was it? Was it "Can I blow you?" That's an inappropriate question.
That would be inappropriate. I guess we're gonna find out. All right, here's the situation. I am 6'1". This is a woman writing, so this is a 6'1" woman.
Mhm.
And I've been dating my boyfriend Jake for about 8 months. Jake is 5'4", which is the same height as Bryden, so everyone could just,
Still wrong, but,
picture that this is
I,
about Bryden.
I don't let those things bother me because, you know, 5'6" and on my money, I'm 5'6.5".
You poor thing.
Yeah.
I feel so bad making fun of you sometimes because, it is genuinely sad that you're so tiny and
And poor and gay and
misshapen and
retarded.
poor. Yeah. It's like I feel bad about it, but then and then I started feeling bad about it too because I made that post about how like men should be posting their stats, like height and weight too, along with the women, because the
Mhm.
women were all doing it. And all my mutuals, your guys are like they're like all 5'4" or something. They were like all either 6'2" or 5'4", and I was like, "There's just two heights for men,
Yeah, pretty
apparently."
much.
Like that's freaking crazy. Like,
I don't know. Short guys out there, I don't see how you let it worry you. Why would you give a shit? Like, think of a woman's
yeah.
preferences for how you look, much like the female orgasm. Who gives a shit?
Okay, this is why you people struggle in relationships, is
I
if
I
that's your
I'm
attitude, okay?
doing I mean, I'm
Because
doing
that is
fine.
the
What are you talking
one
about?
way to make everything good, okay? But whatever, we're moving on.
Don't worry about it.
We're moving
It's
on.
not
The point
necessary for
is,
procreation. It's
like,
totally unnecessary.
you don't even procreate!
Yeah, but that's the whole point of banging anyway, and it's not necessarily for women
No,
to do
is
it, so
it? Okay, where are your children? Huh? Where are your kids?
what makes you think that I have not ascended above fucking?
S
I'm like
Bryden
dude,
is celibate.
when you're not
Bryden
looking,
is
I fucking float, and I
okay,
got
yeah.
like an orb around me, and I'm
Yeah,
battling
I
out
see.
I'm fighting out all these negative, dumb thoughts, like, you know,
I should have known. I should have known.
I could fly, bro,
Not that you can
'cause of
fly.
'cause of no
That's not
fat.
what I meant.
That's what happens when you no fat. You can float. What do they call it? Vril retention, is that it?
But only if it's voluntary, though. If it's involuntary, then you
No.
just become a disgusting dumpster rat.
No, that's not true, actually, all of the incels can also fly. They're the tru I mean, if you talk to them, they would let you know that actually they're the greatest people alive, so
Oh, yes, they and their shit smells like roses too, I've heard.
well, I don't go around smelling poop, but
The most perfect boyfriend in the world would be an incel, according to incels. That's why they can't get women because women are scared off by how perfect they would
they
be for her.
they might
Yeah,
be. They might
it
be. That oh,
sucks.
that makes sense because women are real dumb,
Yeah.
so that's what you got. You got cool guys that play Magic the Gathering
Just
and
focused on the fact that okay,
on what?
nothing.
You
Um,
think you've got some type of a gotcha, I'm telling you.
no, I don't
You
have a
got
gotcha,
nothing.
but what I was saying though is that like after like several people that I genuinely like said they were 5'4", I started feeling bad because I'm just constantly and you're taller than these people
Just
technically, like
barely.
barely,
Just
barely, but
barely.
still. And I had a moment and I was like, what have I done? Like these poor men, they don't deserve this from me. Bryden deserves it, but these men don't. Like
I mean, I don't know. Short guys just date Mexican chicks. They're short.
they're very short. They're all like 5'1".
Yeah,
It's crazy.
there you go. You
It's
get
weird.
you'll be the tallest guy at the family reunion too. They're not gonna know. They're all the way down there. Even the guys are like 4'8" or whatever. So you walk in there, they're like, "Oh, hey Holmes, look how tall he is, man." And then,
Yeah.
you got tacos and gorditas and your happy Thanksgiving, Holmes.
You're doing it really well, actually. That's a great accent. You said exactly like my cousins,
There you go.
my Mexican
Good
cousins.
stuff.
Which is too bad they're all like dead and in prison for life for murder and stuff now because like it means no more Christmas tamales. They would do like a big pig's head and make homemade tamales. Like they haven't had any of those in a long time.
Well,
It's
you
really
know.
sad.
Well, from what I found from TikTok, we're not allowed to have tamales anymore, dude,
Oh,
because we
well,
voted
that's
for
fine.
Trump.
I mean, I also haven't sought out any other tamales for that entire
Well,
like however many years because I only eat them if they're handed to me, literally handed to me on a platter. But yes, I don't care about
I
tamales.
do. They're good.
They can't take my bean burrito.
Well, burritos aren't even Mexican.
Mm-mm. Although I think the bean burrito specifically was developed in Mexico the first time.
Oh, I
But so
thought
was Caesar salad. So, like, what
where
does that
were
even mean?
burritos invented? Oh, Northern Mexico. I thought maybe it was just popularized. I thought it was like the start of the Tex-Mex shit. Um, well, Northern Mexico, I mean, that, depending on what
It's close
year,
enough.
that could be
It's
fucking
basically
Texas. I don't know.
it's just South Texas and Northern Mexico are like the same place as far as I'm concerned. So
There's a place called Chihuahua, Mexico.
yes, there is. Oh my goodness, yeah. No, I when I found that out when I was a kid, I thought it was so funny. My kids also thought it was so funny when I told them. And I was trying to explain to them. I don't remember why. I remember us talking about it fairly recently, actually, me and the kids. And I was trying to explain to them the Taco Bell dog.
Sure.
And I was like, "Yeah, he was so cute." And he would say, "Yo quiero Taco Bell and Live Moss." And they're just like, "Okay, mom."
I
Like,
don't think he ever said Live Moss. I think Live Moss came after the Taco Bell dog
Oh, did
was.
it?
Yeah.
I see. I see. I liked the dog.
Yeah, yeah, everybody liked him. How many Taco Bell dogs do they run through? Um, oh, they got 3 of them. Dinky, Gidget, and Taco. Oh, wait, no, those are just the names of the. Oh, they had different characters? They use multiple Chihuahuas, but, let's see this, 97 to 2000, Gidget died in 2009, suffered a stroke at the age of 15. So that dog's long dead.
It's too bad. Yeah.
Didn't know dogs could have strokes, but I guess it makes sense.
Yes, they can have cancer too.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't
my
know. I
my
just never
my
thought of a.
stepmom's dog had epilepsy.
Wow,
That was crazy.
that
I
sounds
saw his
pretty funny.
first I was playing with him when he had his first seizure. And I was like, "What the fuck did I do?" Oh, no. He had to go on medication, then he was fine.
Ah,
Yeah.
yeah, never thought about a dog having a stroke before. Then it, its face is all droopy and shit. That'd be funny.
Yeah, it's just a blood clot in the brain. They
Yeah,
have blood in their brains.
yeah. I just never really thought about it.
So this guy's really short, right?
Mm.
He's like very short. He's the same height as half of our listeners.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can imagine how short that is. Oh my gosh. And this woman is the same height as the other half of our
Yeah,
listeners.
the still a real barrel of freaks, huh?
Yep. So he's a bit shorter than me. But honestly, I don't care. He's sweet, funny, and we have an amazing connection. Yes,
We got a
big
big dick.
connection. I've never been hung up on height, but my friend Dave, who's 6'4", seems to have a problem with it. He's a freaking foot taller than
Yeah,
him.
that's a pretty tall guy, 6'4".
Yeah, that's abnormal. Taffy's like 6'4". It's
It's too
freaking
tall.
insane. It's there's something wrong. He's like a troll. He's not a man. I think
Oh,
Taffy might be part Nephilim, just like what's his face.
did you, John Fetterman?
Yes, like Fetterman.
Did you
I've
ask him?
seen what his face looks like. I don't need to ask him. He's got a weird warped troll face, okay?
He's Fetterman. He's got a Fetterman face. Fetter face.
This is good. No, it's not Fetterman face. It's different. It's like a different family of Nephilim. I don't know. Let's just say
Well, get him on the
Taffy's
show, and then we
very tall.
we can let him talk about that for
Yes.
an hour.
Just interrogate him about his
Yeah.
Nephilim lineage. Didn't you have us on to talk about our relationship?
No, we want to talk about your freak kids you're gonna have.
That would be like the perfect example of what the show has become. We just trick a couple on like because we like help to facilitate something and then like, man,
It'd be good. Or have them play the newlyweds game and then argue with each other.
that'd be fun. Probably be really easy actually. um Where was I? At first, Dave made the usual jokes like, "Do you have to bend down to kiss him?" I don't think that's a joke. I mean,
No,
it
that's
seems like a legitimate question. I'd like to know.
yeah. I
I
mean,
think the answer is yes, right?
probably. He's like, no, I carry a stepladder.
I think about this sometimes with like any couple with a big height differential. Like that must be very uncomfortable for guy. I don't know. My husband's like my height, so
Yeah,
he's like a half an inch taller than me or something. So it's not a problem. But
yeah. It's gotta be. I don't know. It's usually the guy that's taller. I mean,
yeah, either way,
so nobody cares what he thinks because men
no.
are oppressed.
Well, he's supposed to do backbreaking labor.
He's supposed to go his own way, fellas. You should all do that.
Yeah. Like
MGTOW.
Bryden. You can learn to fly.
Yeah, you just never jerk off. You never come, and then you just float into the air.
That would be great if they could all just float into the air.
I wish I could fucking fly. That would be neat. The thing
I
is,
thought you
like,
just said you can.
no, I can float. That's different.
Okay, you're right. That is very different.
You can't move. Like, it's not
Just
Superman.
levitate a little.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's like a god.
I see.
I
We've got a little dentist coming through here now. Okay. It's just gonna freak out and start screaming, I am a golden god any minute now.
Mhm.
Good for you.
Go on.
Okay. So I guess the answer to that is yes. Yes, you do have to bend down. Does he need a booster seat when you go out to eat? Also a legitimate question.
Well, that one seems a little meaner, but also still not mean. Who cares?
It's just kind of dumb and silly.
Yeah.
It's like banter,
Right. Yeah, I don't think
which
that it's
men do. Like I get it when women freak out about banter because it's women and most women just didn't grow up around that. But like, I don't know, man. I hear worse than this all the time. I
yeah.
say worse than this all the time. And not just to you. I mean like to my brother-in-law. Like, do you know how many times my husband and I have called him fat because he won't stop eating fast food? Like,
Well, I mean, but yeah, like, oh, you need a booster seat to, you could just say like, hey, tall people live shorter lives,
yeah,
and
say a
then
lot of
just
things.
just try to remind him that one day he's gonna die.
That's always good to remember. I'm
Yeah,
sorry about all the insane
yeah. I
noises
don't
you're
know
hearing right now.
I don't know who's moving desks.
It's the garage door, actually.
Oh,
My husband has decided to take the trash out. Good for him.
well, that's good.
Right beneath me. It's literally right under this room. It's
Well,
okay. I'm not recording or anything here. I'm not doing anything.
I don't know.
Okay. But I brushed it off because I thought it was just playful teasing. But as time went on, Dave's comments got more frequent and increasingly inappropriate. One night we were all hanging out at a party, and out of nowhere, Dave asked me, so do you ever feel like a giant? Is Jake your personal little action figure?
That's not bad or that's not like inappropriate. What the fuck is this bitch mad about?
I feel like he's making fun of her.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, none of this has anything to do with the man. It feels like he's teasing his friend for dating a guy shorter than her because
yeah,
she's freakishly tall.
I mean, I thought it was gonna, keep like, yeah, and he called him like the N word or something. I, I think I'm so far. I'm gonna say that this lady is an asshole and crazy.
Okay, everyone stopped talking, and I could feel Jake tense up next to me. He laughed it off, but I could tell it bothered him. I was furious, but I didn't say anything at the time. A week later, we were out for drinks with a larger group, and Jake and I were
Wait,
having a great
larger what?
time.
Like larger than her short boyfriend?
Doesn't take much, so
Yeah.
almost certain. Jake and I were having a great time until Dave decided to open his mouth again. He leaned over and, with a smirk, said, hey, how do you two handle things in the bedroom? Does he have to stand on a stool to get to the good stuff? Which is just,
Yeah, I mean, none of it's very original, but it's good enough. It's just playful banter,
I doubt he worded it like that. That's really terrible. That's not
Yeah.
how you word a goof. I don't know.
I don't know. These are all people that like
Hey,
hang out and they're on Reddit. I can't imagine they're
yeah. Hey, how do you two handle things in the bedroom? That's like Chat GPT writing a comedy script.
yeah, it ain't great, but and still none of this is like I guess like that would be like inappropriate at like somebody's grandmother's house or something. But if you just sitting
These are just
around goofing off. I don't think
yeah.
that's that, you know.
And especially if you've never said anything about it before, right? Because in all of this, they've just been they've been laughing it off. She keeps saying they're laughing it off. I didn't think it bothered Jake because he's always laughing it off, and this one seemed to, but we laughed it off. And it's like this guy thinks you're
Yeah,
in on the
he's
joke.
like, "Man, I kill with these short jokes every time."
Yeah, he thinks that you guys are all buds, and he's teasing you, and he's probably targeting you more because you're the girl of the group.
Yeah.
Trust me, as a one of the guys' girls, they all come after you
One
the
of
most. That's what they do because it's fun.
wait,
You react different.
wait. You think you're one of the guys? You're not one of the guys. You're just a guy.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody wants you around, Abby.
Nobody wants me around, and I just haven't gotten the picture yet.
You're just globbing on.
Yeah.
This podcast was supposed to be me and I was trying to think of a guest that we had. Now I'm completely blanking on any of them. I don't know. We don't have guests that
Marie.
often. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be me and Pasty.
She got too big for you.
Yeah, she got too big, tweeting, going to different places. She's still doing that, huh? That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Toothpaste
Yeah,
must
she's
be
still
good
doing
money
that.
because I don't know how the fuck she's got all this money to go over. Or she's in crippling debt. I haven't talked to the bitch for what, 2 years? Um,
Uh, she got in with other e-celebs.
oh, good for her.
Yeah, she got in with other e-celebs and they introduced her to people. You know what I mean? Like she's in the grifting circuit now, which
Nice.
yeah, she's doing well for
Oh,
herself based on that. But like, yeah, you can't really tell what it is, how she's making
yeah.
money or what she's making money off of because
Well,
it's the same way that the rest of them do while they're providing ways that you think that they're making money for you to look at, except she's not. She's selling toothpaste. That's hers. She's selling toothpaste.
as long as she doesn't travel out to Dubai, I'm just gonna believe that the toothpaste is doing well.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
but don't post pictures of Dubai because that's when you're getting pooped on.
Yeah, I think she might have gone actually.
Uh,
I can't remember. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
hope not.
I don't want
Let's
to
hope
say.
not.
I don't
Let's
want to
hope
say
not.
anything bad about her. I haven't talked to her for a long time, but she was nice enough.
No, I love her. I'd like to have her back on sometime, but she's busy jet setting, and there's no way she has a mic now.
Sure.
There's no way she just brings a mic with her. No, it'd be the same freaking thing. Speakerphone on her iPhone while it lays on her chest while she sits in her freaking car and
Yeah.
things are happening around her.
Yeah. I hate when people come on the show.
Yeah. Anyway, we love Marie very much, if you can't tell.
Unless something has happened between the time of recording this and then it's like, oh, she was a terrorist or something between then.
Oh,
So
yes, that we don't love Marie.
if she, committed
If she's
terrorism
a
or something. Yeah,
terrorist,
something like that.
which is a possibility,
I mean,
honestly.
anything could happen.
Yeah.
We don't know.
My favorite thing about when she goes on her schizo rants and stuff, like her threads about like how to, do this or that, or she was making some big long thread about how she like terrorized this woman and put a piece of cheese on her head or something. And every time I read those, okay, it's like obviously she's trying to be like silly and goofy and nobody would ever actually do these things because it's so dumb and absurd and insane. But every time I read it, I'm just like, she is pretending to be my sister. Except my sister does it.
Oh,
Like, it's very funny to me. Like, now this person exists, Pasty. She's my sister.
well, we can get your loose sister on the show or whatever.
Yeah, we could do that. Just a little busy.
Okay.
A week later, we were out for. Oh wait, sorry. Where was I? Does he have to stand on the stool to get to the good stuff? I felt my blood boil. This was not the first time he had made inappropriate comments, but this one crossed the line. I turned to him and snapped, "What the hell is wrong with you?
What
That's
the
completely
heck?
disrespectful and it's not funny." Yes, I'm sure that's what he said. This is how
Uh,
people talk.
everybody,
Yes.
everyone's just having a good time, and she's like, "What the hell, Mister?"
It's out of nowhere. He's always gotten laughs out of you
Yeah.
with these jokes in the past, and then suddenly you're yelling at him. That's the thing. that I think a lot of women don't realize is that if you've never said something out loud, people don't know you're thinking it.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't just one day decide like to freak out about this injustice that's been happening against you from your best friend or whatever. Your best friend didn't know that you felt that way at any point.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's clear.
Yeah,
It's a lesson I had to learn years ago,
it
and I
it
learned it good.
it's a
Like,
shame that women don't know that other people can't read their minds,
yeah.
which, probably explains why they don't think things through, huh? They're like, "Ah, nobody can know my plans."
Yeah.
Take that,
Yeah.
women, you dummies.
That's it. We're just all being very sneaky,
Yeah.
like ninjas. Dave looked taken aback, and I continued, "You act like this is some kind of joke, but it's just cruel. Jake is a
What?
great guy."
What? Cruel. Okay.
Poor Jake. Okay, this is the other thing, okay? Jake has been laughing it off.
Yeah.
Why do you think your boyfriend has been laughing it off and not standing up for himself? Perhaps because it will make him look like a faggot
Yeah.
if he fights back,
Yeah, just
because then he's being a baby about it.
yeah, I mean, just
And now his 6'1"
yeah,
mommy
that's not gonna help.
girlfriend is defending him.
Yeah, it's not a great look.
Mm-mm. You just fucked him over. He can never see these people again. Not just Dave. Any of these people.
Yeah.
None of them.
So that's good.
Jake is a great guy, and your comments make you sound like an insecure jerk. The table went silent, and Jake looked a bit shocked, but I could tell he appreciated me standing up for him. How could you tell? What indication did you have that he was grateful in that moment?
He put his hand into his
In his hands, he was
hands.
weeping for
Yeah.
joy.
Yeah. And sighed.
Somebody cares.
He sighed a sigh of relief that sounded like
Afterward, Dave texted me saying I overreacted and that I
yes.
embarrassed him in front of our friends.
Well, now he's gay for saying you embarrassed me in front of our friends.
No, the person who is embarrassed is Jake,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, he's probably not doing hot.
He claimed I was making a big deal out of nothing and that he was just trying to lighten the mood. Some of our mutual friends think I could have handled it better, but others agree that Dave had it coming.
Okay. Um,
The women?
yeah, I was just thinking, I
I'm
mean,
sorry, I'm being so sexist today, but like
well, reality is sexist.
the women agree with you. Is that what you're saying right now? The women of the group agree with you?
Like a few, I don't even think it was all of the women.
Like I've been around my dad is not even as short as Bryden, but he was shorter than me. And that upset him. Okay. I know what it's like to like I've been around an insecure short man. Okay. He's not even that short. He's like 5'7.5".
It's pretty bad
You
when you
know,
got to
it's
put a half on there, though.
yeah, I'm trying to be nice here, but like I hit like 5'8.5", and he was very upset. I've told that story plenty. But anyway, like no, you can't bring attention to it. Okay? You cannot bring attention to it.
I don't think that it matters. I've always thought that it was strange, but whatever. I mean, I'm just a homunculus.
A homunculus.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how I would describe you.
A homunculus.
If I had to describe, it's like if you tried to make a person, but it's not a person. It's like weird. That's how I would describe you. Yeah, homunculus.
I like it. I could be a homunculus.
It's got an uncanny valley kind of thing going
Yeah.
on because he was made out of clay like a golem.
Yeah. I like it. See?
All misshapen.
Sure. Yeah.
You're kind of melting a little bit.
I melt sometimes.
Yeah.
I melt, float.
That's why your head is a weird shape.
The head is a fine shape. I got a
Your
fine
head
head.
is the shape of a toenail.
Now, see, you can't see it anymore because I used to have just a chin, but
Just
then
the one
that's
chin.
yeah,
But
and then
now,
now
yeah.
now it's gone. So
That's
but
fair. I can't even say you have a double chin.
yeah, like it used to be before I gained weight. It looked good. It was a good shaped head, little
Yeah.
round, but other than that, pretty good.
Yeah.
Had a dimple
It's just
chin, pretty good
you
stuff.
still have a dimple chin. It's just kind of hidden.
Just like a
But I can find the dimple. It's just gotta. It's like the wardrobe in Narnia where they have to like dig through all the clothes, all the cloaks and coats. Yeah, find the dimple.
yeah, it's there. Yeah, you're right. It's there. It just kind of.
It's my compliment for you for the day. But yeah, okay, listen. You don't understand. When a guy is teasing another guy, you don't defend that guy unless you are joining in on the teasing of the guy. Okay? That's the thing. If the female friend jumps in and is like, "Oh, well, he's sensitive, leave him alone." That is intended to join in on the teasing,
Yeah.
right? Like that's how that works. You don't do it to actually defend them. That's you're doing it wrong. That's not how men work. That's not okay.
And you know how men work.
I have been in groups of men who are bantering and teasing, and I'm joining in on it. Yes, I do not have a complete, accurate theory of mind for the male mind. No, I'm bewildered by you guys frequently. But
Uh-huh.
I think I've got a little more experience with at least trying to understand it than most
So what you're
normal
hearing
women.
here,
Yeah.
and here's what Abby said, just so we're clear. Abby said that she has a lot of experience with men. Move
That's
on.
not what. Not that way, okay? I mean, I'm not gonna be floating anytime soon, but, like Okay. Do we have any more advice for this giant
That was
woman?
that was the end of it? Was she was just like, "And some
Well,
of my friends agree with me."
so am I the asshole for snapping at my friend after he asked an inappropriate question about my short boyfriend?
I mean, yeah, you're fucking acting like a psycho. Calm down.
Exactly.
Hopefully
You're an
everybody
asshole.
said, "Calm down."
It's so unfortunate that she was so terrible in this because I wanted to support her just based on her being like an Amazonian queen, you know?
No, that's just a crazy woman
Yeah.
with fucking big feet.
Look, can you not? Okay,
What?
that's not even like who cares if a woman has large feet? Like that doesn't
Stomping around on those tree trunks.
look, and men like that anyway. Some men
Big old fucking gotta wear it, can't get any bowling shoes at the bowling alley.
there's a whole King of the Hill episode about
Sure.
this. Peggy's a foot model.
Yeah. She kinda got tricked into that one, then Hank had to go beat that guy's ass.
Yeah. Hank's a good guy.
Yeah. We gather
Beating the
around.
guy's ass. Mhm.
Gather around the TV every morning and watch King of the Hill, an American tradition.
I don't think we said it on the show, did
Probably
we?
not.
Did we?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
remember. But we did tell Dot that that's what we do.
It's a
Yeah.
big part of American culture is watching King of the Hill reruns. Yeah,
That episode was legitimately upsetting for me, okay? Because, like and that's not the only one either. Because there's that whole episode where, like, Peggy's sneaking around to buy a new pair of shoes
yeah,
because they're so big.
yeah.
Like, it's so sad.
And people think that she's a drag queen. There's that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. The only positive that could possibly have come out of the trans thing was, more shoe sizes for women, being
Well,
available at the
for
store,
for
and it's
men,
not
but
just like, 5 options in size 10s, but no, they
Jesus.
didn't do that. I didn't get that. Nobody ever did that. No bright sides. What are you
Um.
looking at? It's a size 9 in men's, okay? Yes, I know what you're looking up. It's a size 9 in men's.
Oh, we got the same size feet.
Uh-huh, I got the same size shoes as my husband too, basically. His are like a half size bigger.
I always try to think that my feet are smaller than they are, so I was like for years cramming my feet into like a size 8, and then I was Erica saw
Mhm.
it and was like, "Your fucking shoes are too small. What are you doing?" And I was like, "No, they're right there at the thing." And then now I wear the
Well,
right size shoes.
if you get used to it, I guess, you're not even gonna know the difference.
Yeah, but oh well. Big feet stomping around.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's see. From Am I the Asshole? Oh, this person's username is Titty81.
Nice. It's a good one. 81 tits.
Tiddee. My husband says I have no reason to text him.
He's probably right. He's probably right. If he has to tell you that, it's probably true.
I can't even imagine.
I mean,
It's like, why are you texting me? Leave me alone. Like,
I mean, if he has to it's probably right. The guy's probably right.
so I have been with my husband for 18 years. They're both
Oh,
43.
okay. They've talked about every goddamn thing they need to talk about, and anything else they need to talk about can wait till he gets home.
I mean, that's kinda how I feel, honestly, unless something happened actually, like,
Yeah.
something happened while he was at work during the
Hey,
day, or, like, we have to communicate about a specific thing, do we have plans for dinner or something? Like, yeah, we don't just sit there
I'm
and,
at
like,
the grocery store. Is there anything you need while I'm
Yeah.
here? That makes sense. What type? I gotta find out what type of stupid ass text this woman is sending to her husband of 18 years.
Recently, he's been acting annoyed with me, so after a little pushback and asking and arguing,
So it was a fight. You made it into a fight first. You've
she's
you've
just
been
like,
ruining his life with constant
"Are
fucking
you mad
bullshit
at me?
texts.
Are you mad at me? No, I know you're mad at me. No, just tell me why you're mad at me. You are mad at me. I can tell. I can tell." Like,
S
that's what happened.
yeah, I couldn't stand that. I mean, because if anybody was like, "Oh, are you mad at me?" I'm like, "Oh boy, yes, and here's why." And it could be
Yeah.
anybody, honestly. It could be
Yeah.
anybody at all. I got a reason.
He says I'm always around. I'm always there.
Yeah,
That's kind of what a wife does. She's just kind of there.
yeah, that's true. That is all they do is just kind of fucking be there.
Okay, but that's not what I meant. Calm
That's
yourself, okay?
that is exactly the what wives and mothers do. They just are kind of there.
It's a very important job. What happens if we're not there? You know what happens if we're
Oh
not there?
no.
Suddenly the kids are telling you that mommy always lets them eat 5 packages of fruit snacks each for lunch, and that's why you should let them eat 5 packets of fruit snacks each for lunch. And then glass breaks. And then when mommy comes home, she walks in, opens the door to everyone else in the house frantically cleaning up the broken glass before she can catch them. Okay, that's what happens.
Well, I mean, they were being nice and cleaning it up because if you just get halfway step through the door with your giant fucking feet, you're bound to step on something.
It was very nice of them to clean it up first, you're right.
See? Even complaining when there's good
It was
things
very
going on.
funny. the day I'm talking about right now was extra funny too because like when I did open the door, I think they didn't expect me back just yet. Everyone froze. It looked like, like they're just for a few seconds, but like it was one of those moments where it's like, like it was so freaking funny.
Who else were you expecting?
I don't
Like
know. Well, because I had gone out to get my nails done for Mother's Day with my mother-in-law and
ah,
my sister-in-law, and we decide, well, we have time. We could just go out for lunch. And then we were gonna go back, but then my mother-in-law's like, "No, we gotta go to Target. I have to buy new sheets or curtains or something." And it's like, "Oh my gosh." And I'm riding with these people, right? And the whole time my husband's texting me like, "The kids said that you let them have a bunch of packets of fruit snacks for lunch. Is that true? Like, because I don't want to let them if it's not true." And I'm just like, honey, if that was true, you should have some words for me because that's not acceptable. Like, what do you mean? Is that true? Like, you should be mad at me if you think they're telling you the truth. Like,
it's kind of a dumbass
like,
question.
this is several years ago though. Like in the past few years, I've like gone out of town with him a couple times, and like he's great. He's got it all figured out now. It's like a boot camp if I've gone. Like I went out of town for 3 days for a wedding and came back to a spotless house, which is that's not what happens when he goes away for 3 days and comes
Sure.
home. I'll tell you that much.
So he's even better
Um,
at being a mom than you are, is what you're saying.
Oh, it was so annoying because he was texting me. He was like, "Yeah, and I think this is actually kind of fun." And I was so it's like he's like, you should get a job and I should stay home." I was like, "No."
See? So even in your heart of hearts, you know that working is an actual
No.
job, whereas being a mom is not a job, and that's why you don't get paid for it.
No, none of that is true. You're just
Flawless
bitter.
logic. No,
You're just
I'm
bitter.
my
You're
intellect.
bitter because your dream is to be a neat a house husband and you just can't have that. Okay?
If I'm just living my dream, why would I need, like, to be married or do anything, or I would just, like, fucking I could do anything? That's my dream? I get to do anything? Okay,
No.
world
No.
famous
I'm saying
comedian.
you want to stay home and play video games and not do anything all day. I know you want to
Sure.
do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay? But you can't.
Well, no, because giving up's harder than trying.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true at
For
all.
me, it is. Giving up's way harder than trying.
It was a really terrible little dance. I
It was a
didn't
good
like it at
dance.
all. It was
It's a good dance. I'm good at dancing.
He says that I'm a pick me girl and inconsiderate because I text him a lot. Imagine calling your wife a pick me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants you to pick her. Dude, maybe you're not paying much attention to her. Maybe that's kind of a problem.
I'm annoyed that a 43-year-old man is using this bullshit slang too, because I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
the slang.
He's absolutely, like, chronically online. He's, following Andrew Tate, perhaps.
Well, that's awesome though.
Is it
Yeah, Andrew Tate's the man.
he's a sex trafficker, allegedly.
Allegedly, and it's totally false. He was not.
Okay,
And
yeah.
if he was, that would be cool. He'd be the coolest one.
I feel this is normal behavior between husband and wife. A quick text to check in or just to pass conversation. He works 3 8-hour shifts a week and goes in for 1 to 2 hours 2 other days of the week. That's not too bad.
No.
I work 4 8-hour shifts and one half shift every week, and we work opposite days from each other. So they're off on different days.
All right.
So they don't spend any time together, I guess. But
Man,
they're only way, I guess, after work they are because it's 8-hour days. It's not like
right.
they're working.
Well, I mean, then think about, like, how fucking annoying she must be if he can't even
Well, let me see. He's home every day except Wednesday playing video games and chatting and up with his friends online all day. But
Nice.
he has the audacity to get mad at me for texting him, but it's okay for him to text me.
That's true.
So well, how often is he texting though?
Yeah,
That's Is he texting as often?
I wanna know what is being texted, Because if he's saying, important stuff like, "Hey, let the dog out, I forgot," versus
Yeah.
hers like, "Oh, I just saw a purple car."
Well, yeah, because she says she's just, like, checking in and trying to have a conversation, which is fine. I don't know why he's getting all pissy about it,
I don't
but,
know. I'm maintaining that I'll bet this woman sucks.
um, let me see. I did pull some comments from this person. Let me see if we can, try to figure out more. So, someone is agreeing with her side, and she comments, "He says he doesn't have free time because he's busy when he is home playing video games and I'm interrupting him."
That's true.
So, she's interrupting his gaming.
Yes, it's
That's
important.
that's strike 1.
You only get so much time on this planet, okay?
She says in another comment, "He calls me a pick me all the time. He says I compete with his friends."
Well, and she's losing that competition.
Apparently so. She's losing pretty hardcore. And someone asks, "Are all his friends single guys in their 20s? Because this is the nonsense these guys say to make up reasons why women won't date them." And she says, "Nope, they're all in their 40s with wives and families. They work from home and spend their workday chatting away to him. They do not like their wives or lives from all that he has told me. And let me read of their conversations of the
Oh,
last few
bro, don't
years."
fucking do that.
So this man is 43 and acting like he's 20 and has his first real girlfriend, basically.
No, I'm not gonna try to pin this on him. I mean, it was
No,
pretty
I'm pinning
lame.
this on him.
It was
That is
pretty lame
really
to show his
stupid.
no, it's pretty lame to show his wife the fucking fellas chat.
That's lame. I wouldn't do that personally.
Yeah, I don't like
I
that.
would never show my wife the fellas chat.
Can't do it.
No,
Too much secret material going on in there.
it's
Plotting,
fair.
scheming,
What are you, well, okay, what are you scheming about though?
making the next move.
What move?
The
What do you
big
mean?
move.
You're not making any moves. See, this is the problem with men, is they just talk a lot of shit and
Big
don't do
things are
anything about it.
coming.
Yeah, big things, big moves. That's what you're talking about in your chats.
Yeah,
Now, I've seen some of the chats, okay? That's not what you're talking about. You're literally talking about farts.
usually.
Okay?
It's usually farts.
Like, that's that's all it is.
You know. I mean,
But
any of my friends I talk to on the internet, it's usually just like, "Holy shit, the news. Look, isn't
yeah.
that good or bad?"
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
I don't know. I
Sounds
find
like
it
a bad
interesting.
conversation.
We never did talk about the news. I rarely even bring up the news to you.
I know. It's fine. I mean, you send me links from, every couple days you send me a news article or a video, but
Yeah, it's just something funny. It's never something
yeah,
awesome.
it's fine. I wasn't complaining about you doing it to me. I'm talking about how your chats are probably, but it doesn't matter. Okay. I don't think he likes this woman very much.
I wouldn't either.
I don't think he really likes his wife. That's what
Well,
I would tell her. Like, yeah, he doesn't like you very much at
yes.
all.
So
He's
fix
calling
it.
you a pick me who's competing with his friends for his attention because you text him every now and then
I'll bet.
during
I
the day.
listen. We're getting only her perspective, which I'm
Yeah, that's
guessing.
true.
You know, I'm guessing this woman's super annoying.
Probably.
And yeah,
That doesn't negate anything that I just
I
said. I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
maybe there is a reason why he doesn't like her very much. I'm just saying he doesn't like her very much.
sure. There's a chance, but I'm gonna say that it's your husband doesn't like you very much, so fix it, bitch. Be better. Stop being awful, and good things might come your way if you deserve it.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
If you deserve it, good things just come. Is that how your life has gone so far?
Yeah.
You're a very good boy and wonderful things happen to you.
Yeah, I mean,
It just works out that way
that's why my life's fucking terrible.
because you're a terrible person. I don't feel like I'm a terrible person.
Well, at very least, you're terrible by association, so
It's just like a genetic curse. Like I come from terrible people, so I was just born like this. Like it's just how it goes.
I mean, that is actually literally how life works, all jokes
Yeah.
aside, but
I
yes,
mean it is, yeah.
that's just the way it works.
Your ancestors' choices kind of bring you to this point in every way.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way the world works. If you got dumbass parents, you're probably gonna have a dumbass hard life. It's just the way it is.
What is that song? They say you inherit the sins of your father. My daddy was an evil, evil man.
Ugh,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that shit?
Those poor bastards.
What is those poor
It's a
bastards?
band.
Oh, well,
It's really weird. It's a weird it's very theatrical. It's
why
like a
don't you
theme
just be a normal
thing.
person and listen to ELO?
Um, no,
They're a good band.
no.
Yeah, they are.
I've never listened to them before in my life,
Electric
so I'm
Light
just gonna go with
Orchestra,
no.
yes, you have. They had all
Have I?
kinds of songs.
But
Evil woman.
oh, is that
Yeah.
okay? Okay, okay, yeah.
Mr.
Basically,
Blue
if I don't
Sky.
actively listen to a band like intentionally, I will never remember what it is, and I'll just go, "I've never heard of them." And then the first song you show me, I'll know. That's how that goes.
They've
Sorry.
got all kinds of fucking hits, dude. Mr. Blue Sky, Evil Woman, Don't Bring Me Down, Telephone Line, Living Thing. It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to do. It's a good one. They got all kinds of fucking songs. So anyway, what are you gonna do?
Excuse me. Oh my god, I just did it. I burped on the show.
Ah!
Oh no!
Ah!
Don't clip it! Don't clip it! Don't do it! Don't do it! That was so gross. I'm
All
sorry,
right.
everybody.
And that's our time.
Is it really?
Yep,
Oh
we're at
no.
hour 16. So wrap it up. We got
Okay.
a Patreon to
Yep.
record.
My last advice to this woman: ask him if he likes you.
Yeah, that won't fucking bug him. Text it to him,
Just do it.
actually. Text it
Yeah.
to him.
Go to him and say like, "Hey, so like, you don't like me very much, do you?"
Yeah,
It worked so great for you the first time when you did your whole "Are you mad at me?" bit.
yeah. It's great.
Yeah.
Good advice. Knocking him out of the park.
Thank you everyone for listening. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/here to help podcast. That's $1 a month at the lowest paid tier for 3 episodes every month, almost always 4. 3 are guaranteed. Bryden, do you have any plugs?
No, it's January 30th, 2025.
Podcast H2H and at Octo Abby with an I on Twitter. That's us. You can DM me, Dear Abbies. I would like lots of them at all times. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and have a great week. Secure in the knowledge that we are with you, and we are the only ones you can trust are here to help.